This episode is brought to you by Pepsi Wild Cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry is bursting with delicious cherry flavor and a sweet, crisp taste that gives you more to go wild for. Getting wild may look different these days, but whether it's opting for a solo Friday binge watch or a big night out, everyone can indulge in their wild side with Pepsi Wild Cherry. Also available in Zero Sugar. So grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
This episode is brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. In breaking news, leading scientists worldwide are conducting experiments to determine if Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate. However, it appears the study was inconclusive, as the scientists couldn't help but eat all the Reese's. Because when you want something sweet, you can't do better than Reese's. Find Reese's now at a store near you.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Fafalius, and I'm the producer of Krista Makes a Podcast and the host of the One Hit Thunder podcast.
And I'm Matt Kelly, host of Horror Movie Night and the producer / the head of content for the Geekscape Podcasting Network.
Between the two of us, we have, believe it or not, 25 years of podcasting experience, and we want to help you start your own podcast.
We know podcasting, and we want to share that knowledge with you.
So whether you're new to podcasting or you want some feedback on your currently active podcast, we want to help.
Or perhaps you're just overwhelmed with all of the editing work. Well, we can help you with that also.
You can check out our website at weknowpodcasting.com for more information.
We're excited to help your podcasting dreams become a reality. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
So you picked this topic.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about meals that we connect with Christmas time. Christmas dinners.
Christmas food.
Goodies.
Yeah. So, how do we want to approach this one? Because I feel like there's a lot to tackle, but at the same time, there's going to be things that we're going to want to elaborate more on that.
Here's my pitch. I don't think anyone has a Christmas lunch, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do breakfast, snacks / treats,
Okay.
dinner.
Breakfast, snacks / treats.
And then dinner. So do you have any traditional Christmas breakfasts?
100%.
Okay, let's do this.
It's Christmas tree pancakes with snow on it.
You fucking liar.
I'm just kidding. But we do a traditional Christmas breakfast leading up to Christmas.
Oh, so there's a build to it.
So there's a build. This is all more my thing. People are going to be like, this is another thing where Dylan, it's November 1st. What are you doing?
So you eat the same breakfast for 55 days.
No. What I'm saying is leading up to Christmas. I mean, IHOP's releasing their specific hot chocolate.
Oh,
Right. And we're doing the whole pumpkin pancake thing, which pumpkin pancakes from IHOP are best thing in the world.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
But Christmas breakfast, I need to have, my dad's always done scrambled eggs, sausage. He makes specific type of biscuits in the oven, but I have to have on my scrambled eggs hot sauce and ketchup.
Okay.
On my scrambled eggs. God, that is my Christmas breakfast.
All right.
And I'll do it other times of the year, but whenever I'm eating them, I'm like, this is Christmas.
This is Christmas food. So I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Around my family, we have a breakfast that we do exclusively for Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, and then we do it from Christmas to New Year's.
Okay.
I don't know the origin of this. I believe it's a German dish, but I have never met another person that's not in my direct family tree that has ever heard of this thing. We call them scones and sausage, not scones. These are different than scones. And I think I've talked about this already on the show once before, but I'll elaborate a lot deeper.
Yeah.
So scones and sausage, it takes about 24 hours to prepare.
Ugh.
And then it's enough food for a week.
Okay.
But you get a big old pot,
Okay.
fill it with water,
All right.
and you boil it for a good 2 hours. While you're boiling it, you cut up 3 onions, mix in the onions with some salt, some pepper, etc. And then you load that bitch with sausage. Like,
Love it.
we go through like 6 packs of sausage links, like 24 links. So I don't know, your teacher, do the math on that for me real quick. But over 100 sausage links is in there. And then we also will buy a roll of sausage meat and roll them into sausage meatballs and mix that all in there.
Yeah.
So that all sits there and that stews for about 2 to 3 hours. Then it sits and simmers for 2 to 3 hours. And then you refrigerate it overnight so that it gets a film over top of it.
Yeah.
So that sits in the fridge all night. Then you basically make your own dough from scratch with like powder and eggs and stuff like that. And you knead it really tight. And then you grill them into these little tiny pancake shaped scones, but they're called scones.
Scones.
So the way that this meal is prepared is then you take these pieces of scone and you rip them all up into a bowl, and then you ladle this like sausage gravy all over it and just eat it with a fork like you're eating a bowl of cereal. It is so fucking good.
I'm sitting over here like, I feel like that the Saturday Night Live sketch, the
Sweaty
balls. I'm like,
I've told you
that
this
sounds
already,
delicious.
but I've learned how to make it.
Yeah.
I will make a pot of this. This will be
Oh,
another.
dude.
This will be another live stream thing. I'll make a pot and we can film you having your first bowl of scones and sausage to decide if it's like your shit.
And then you'll have to show me how it's done.
I'll show you how it's done, or we make a new Christmas tradition.
Dude!
We make a tradition that I bring some scones and sausage down to you after Christmas time for some recordings.
Yes, dude, I'm all about it. Christmas traditions being formed in the middle of spring/summer.
Love
I
it.
absolutely love it.
But yeah, that's my big breakfast one. Do you have any? Let's not even say these are traditional, but like, do you have some sweets or treats or anything that when you see them, you just think that's Christmas?
Okay, so Christmas Crunch. I think we've talked about that a
Okay.
little bit. Christmas Crunch, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's literally just Captain Crunch, but it's got Christmas trees in it, and the Christmas trees turns your milk green.
I never got into the specialty holiday cereals.
Oh my god! So you're not like a Count Chocula?
No,
like
I don't do the
Frankenberry?
holiday stuff. Like the only thing that would get me to buy, and I might eventually go out maybe this year, buy those, is I would want the boxes. I'd want the boxes to display, but like I do like the same 2 cereals pretty much. Like it's pretty much at my house, it's a rotation of like Raisin Bran, Oops All Berries, and fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like I don't expand much out of my cereal horizon. When I think of like stuff that every time I see it, it's Christmas time for me, there's 2 things specifically. And the one, I don't even know the name. You're going to probably know what I'm talking about, and then you can tell me what they're called. Okay. But I'll start with the easy one. The 3 flavor popcorn tins.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
was literally just talking about those the other day.
Yeah, you get the cheddar, the white, it's white cheddar, regular cheddar, and caramel. And oh my God. It was like for years, that was the, oh shit, I forgot I had to bring a gift to this party gift. But then the other one is, I don't know how to describe them, but they're like a cookie with a fudge in the center, but they basically look like a long cigar.
I do know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called.
I have no clue. They're delicious.
I'm like log cookie.
Well, I mean, as far as I remember, they're delicious. I haven't had them in like a decade, and I might eat them now and be like, this is trash. How did I eat so much of this as a kid? But when I see them, that's the only holiday I can think of as Christmas. Like, I'm like, this is very much, my grandmother has a tin of this sitting at the table to hold us over until dinner's served.
The other one for me is red and green M&Ms. Red and green M&Ms taste way better than regular M&Ms. Like,
I know that we're holding off on a lot of the commercials for a special episode. Do you remember, this may have been before your time, honestly, but you know who Harvey Fierstein is, right? Do you remember Harvey Fierstein was in the Christmas M&Ms commercials with the 2 M&Ms?
was he?
Yeah.
The only one that's ringing a bell is the most famous.
The Santa Claus
M&Ms
one.
yeah.
They're real. He's real.
Yeah. Well, Harvey Fierstein, funny enough, is in that live action Year Without a Santa Claus that we're going to watch.
Oh, boy, are we. But yeah, it's literally just like, him eating the M&Ms, and he's just like, you know, I really like the green ones, but I also really like the red ones. Like, it's ridiculous. It's such a weird commercial. Like back when, like, it's definitely a commercial from that 1993, 1995 era of like commercials where I'm not saying that anyone famous directed this particular commercial, but when they were like, you know who needs to make our Air Jordans music videos? Spike Lee.
Yeah.
like it's definitely like, if you told me that Kevin Smith directed this M&M's commercial, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, because it's literally just a guy
just
sitting
talking,
eating M&M's and talking about why he likes them.
Yeah. Are you a candy cane guy?
I do enjoy a candy cane, but I'll also say that a candy cane tastes like 10 times sweeter if I just ran over to a fire truck to get it handed to me from a guy just like Santa Claus.
100%. So are you a normal candy cane guy or a flavored candy cane guy? Like, let me go get specific.
Old school peppermint, red and white candy cane. I don't go for like, I know there's like blue, like a blue yellow one, and I want that peppermint flavor. I don't even like, you know, like it's like a ceremony, like it's like a ceremonial treat. So like when people do like the little tiny like peppermint like candy cane like blocks or whatever, that's like a hard candy. Like, no, like if I'm gonna have a candy cane, we're going through the whole messy, awkward looking ordeal where like, it looks like I'm sucking a very thin dick for the next 20 minutes.
When I was a kid, I was not a peppermint kid.
Yeah.
I love peppermint now. I'm all about peppermint. But when I was a kid, like my preferred candy canes were like the Starburst candy canes or the specific flavored ones. Now they have like soda flavored candy canes, which don't actually taste like the sodas.
I don't know. We got too much variety in the world.
There is, and this is very questionable, there is an Oreo candy cane that Taylor and I now have like, we basically bought out the Dollar General up the street out of Oreo candy canes, but they don't taste like Oreos. What they taste like is a Tootsie Roll.
Okay.
So if you are like super into Tootsie Rolls, which I'm not, but it is like a decent snack that's not like 1,000 calories and you're still kind of getting that chocolatey flavor, Oreo candy cane is the way to go. But just like you, peppermint candy cane is God. Let's get back. Hold on. Let me just run through my head one more time. Make sure there's no snack. Oh, Snowballs.
Okay.
Not the cake Snowballs. I'm talking about the cheese Snowballs that are just cheese balls, but they're white cheddar. And they're called Snowballs.
I think I've had those. I think I've just had them as white cheddar Cheetos or whatever, but that sounds delightful.
Same difference.
I could rock with some Snowballs.
I guess other than candy, pretty much.
I don't think there's an overwhelming amount of Christmas candy. Like I think it's kind of your usual suspects every year.
Yeah.
So
main
Christmas
course.
dinner, getting in there, main course. Is it so? Is your dinner on Christmas Day the same thing every single year? Does it kind of alternate between a couple options?
9 times out of 10, it's the same thing.
What is it 9 times out of 10?
Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay, so you do the turkey.
like we have turkey. My dad also gets ham.
I was going to say, we're a ham family when it comes to Christmas.
We'll do both. We'll do mashed potatoes, stuffing, biscuits.
So
it is Thanksgiving.
The usual Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving
course.
dinner. It's just for Christmas.
Here's the thing that I would start if I had my own family.
Yeah.
Right. I separate myself from my parents. I'm just like, you know what? It's just Matt time. Matt's raising some little kids. My friend Mark does raviolis every Christmas morning. And I'm seeing that look you're giving me. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't really like ham or turkey that much. What? Like I enjoy it. It's fine.
Oh my God.
But like I've had some of the best ham and turkey experiences of my entire life.
Okay.
But it's also really easy to fuck up a ham and a turkey and it be the worst experience of your life.
So ham's okay, but I'll die for turkey.
I would prefer turkey over ham for sure in that. But what I'm saying is like if turkey ain't right, if it's dry, if it's like I've had bad turkey.
Yeah.
I'd never had a bad ravioli. Ravioli has always been exactly what I expect a ravioli to taste like. So when we started doing our friends,
So I'm eating Thanksgiving dinner. You're eating a fucking Chef Boyardee.
Yeah. No, so when we started doing Friendsgiving,
Yeah.
that became part of our Friendsgiving dinner, was that his wife would make a huge bowl of raviolis.
Okay.
And I, like, there would still be the turkey and ham and stuff, but I would go to town on that bowl of raviolis.
Fuck yeah.
To the point that I'm like, you know what? I think ravioli is an underrated and underappreciated holiday dinner.
Okay.
I think that Italian food, pasta, I think it deserves a place at the table. I'm not saying it should take over
Yeah.
for turkey and stuff, but like, I feel like the only time that there's ever like pasta at like a Thanksgiving or dinner, it's like maybe a lasagna, which in my opinion is the worst version of making Italian food. Like, just throw a big ass bowl of spaghetti up there. Why the fuck not? Give me, like, I'm for it. Like, you said mashed potatoes, combine it. Give me some pierogies.
All right, I'm for it. I can mess with that.
Like,
for
I
sure.
just think that like we are very underutilizing the pasta in the holiday dinners.
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm there with you.
But I'm a turkey man over a ham.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a turkey. I'm turkey all day, every day, and that's not even like just Thanksgiving turkey. I mean, like if I want a sub, I want a turkey sub, bro.
Yeah. No. So I'll say this:
Yeah.
deli turkey over holiday turkey for me every day.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
nice thin sliced kind of just a tad slimy.
Yeah. You're
slice
like, I
of
don't think
turkey.
this is actually real turkey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Have you ever had a turkey sandwich where the turkey, like the deli turkey's dry or like cut real thick? It's gross.
Yeah, it's not good.
But like that, you're just like, ooh, I don't know what part of the turkey you came from, but it was wet. Like,
Slather some mayonnaise on that turkey
mayonnaise.
sandwich.
Dude, just mayonnaise. Here's how crazy I am. And my brother used to make fun of me about this. I would buy a pound of turkey, half a pound of American cheese,
Yeah.
and I would make like 7 turkey sandwiches with mayo and then just pop them in the fridge to let it all like congeal so that like 2 or 3 days later it was just this cold congealed turkey sandwich. I think I almost killed Dylan.
But that's true though, because I'm like, so that when I was a kid, that was mainly what I would eat is like turkey sandwiches. And it's true, if you leave a turkey sandwich in like the fridge or in your lunchbox,
it just melts into a single
and
thing.
like the mayonnaise does start turning into like a Jello type deal.
I loved it.
Oh my
But
god!
no, what's funny? As much as I
tastes
love
delicious.
it, as I'm talking about, I'm like, that sounds so fucking gross, but it tastes so
it
good.
tastes so good, but it looks disgusting
Oh, it looks
and
like
it
hell.
sounds
The
disgusting.
texture of it, even you're like, nothing about this should taste as good as this actually tastes.
Yeah, dude, it's so good though. Have you ever I don't know if this is a just a here thing. Have you ever had Capriati's?
Oh, I've had some Thanksgiving on a roll.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
What is that called?
A Bobby.
Bobby. Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. In breaking news, leading scientists worldwide are conducting experiments to determine if Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate. However, it appears the study was inconclusive, as the scientists couldn't help but eat all the Reese's. Because when you want something sweet, you can't do better than Reese's. Find Reese's now at a store near you.
I've talked about this before, how my aunt died in September. She was a big Christmas fan. Obviously, Christmas was tough that year. To help us get past, people do very nice things when a loved one dies.
Yeah.
Someone bought us a honey-baked ham for Christmas.
Okay.
Have you ever had a honey-baked ham?
I don't know.
It's very expensive.
Okay.
Like, it's like unreasonably expensive. Like, it's like $70 for like this thing. But it's super sweet. It's like it's a ham that almost tastes like turkey. It's so glazed over with all this flavor.
Oh, I want one.
Oh, it was good.
You're like, and what I did was I slathered some mayonnaise on top of it,
so
threw it in the
literally
fridge and let it turn into Jello.
So not quite, but what I started doing with it, and like my dad did it, was like, yo, this is really good. And then all of us started doing it, was cutting a slice, putting it on bread, and a piece of cheese on top of it, and then just microwaving it for a couple seconds to make the cheese melt over the turkey, and then eating it. And I was like, this is so good. And then when I found out how much it cost to buy a honey glazed ham, I was like, well, this is a thing that I'm only going to be able to appreciate when a loved one dies. Because I can never justify Like, all right, I'm going to drop $60
Yeah.
just so I can enjoy a slightly warmed ham and cheese sandwich.
You're gonna be like, in the future, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm really sad that they died, but I'm gonna get some good ham
Dude,
sandwiches.
Look,
out of this.
I'm sending this out there. I'm not wishing death on any of my loved ones, but dear listeners, if there's ever a report that something terrible happened to any of my family members and you want to console me in any way, shape, or form, honey glazed ham is a fantastic way.
I second that as well. If we do have anyone die in either of our lives, please send us both a honey glazed ham.
Just, hey, Dylan, I know it's probably tough podcasting with Matt being so sad. Here's a honey glazed.
I want it. And you know what? Just you don't even have to send me a honey glazed ham. Buy one for yourself. Just send me
A slice.
a slice that I can throw on some bread
Just give it a shot.
with some cheese. I just want to try it out.
Enjoy
So
this. Give it a taste.
desserts.
So I only have one dessert in my life for any holiday, anything. Even when my birthday rolls around, I don't do cake. I do apple crumb pie.
Really good.
Yeah, I just
You don't do cake?
don't do. I mean, I'll do cake
Never a
if I'm at
cake guy.
if I'm at
We're
a
gonna
party.
fight.
I'm a funfetti guy. So if you're
Okay,
gonna do
yeah.
a cake, but my family knows, hey, it's Matt's birthday. Let's skip on the
Apple crumb
cake.
pie.
We're just gonna buy an apple crumb pie. We'll get one of those giant ones that all of us can have a slice of, and we'll just pop like a 36 in the center in there, and you can blow out those candles.
Get
And-
this shit out of my way.
And we'll get into that pie.
No.
The worst part, I got to remember to do this today, but we're recording this the day before Easter, and there's a big Easter, my family's getting together for some Easter dinner, and I'm always like, ooh, we need to get an apple pie to make. You know how long you got to fucking wait for that apple pie to be ready once you start the process?
No.
It sits in the oven for 2 hours, and it's got to cool for 3.
Holy shit.
So like I'll go and I'll be like my sister and I are both like fiends for apple pie. So I'll be like, yo, let's get an apple pie. And I'll like go to the Giant at like 3.
yeah.
But now it's 9 o'clock and we're still
Before
like,
you can eat the
and I'm
apple
like,
pie.
and she's like, I got to go home. And I'm like, oh God, I like want to go to bed. But I know that there's a pie that's just a couple more hours away from being ready to eat.
I mean, that's kind of the problem with most meals, right? That's what makes like fast food so amazing.
Well, that's like the
prepping anything sucks.
the infamous Mitch Hedberg line of like, it's like, I don't want a baked potato, but by the time it's done, I might. So I'll just throw it in there.
It's true. Back to the desserts.
Back to the desserts. Yeah. So apple pie. How about you?
I hate it's very cliche, and I'm continuing with the Thanksgiving trend. It's pumpkin.
You do love your pumpkin.
I do
I'm
love
not
my
a pumpkin
pie.
guy.
Now, here's the thing.
My favorite thing about pumpkins is murdering them for display at Halloween time.
That also depends, right? I mean, we talked about being burnt out on Halloween by the time Halloween rolls around. I'm usually burnt out on pumpkin
By the time Christmas
by the
hits.
time Christmas hits. So I guess dessert-wise, we always have a pumpkin pie ready to go. We always have a regular apple pie. We're not getting like apple crumb or anything.
Let me pitch this to you, actually.
I'm for it. Let's go.
I don't know the specific brand,
Okay.
but we'll say sugar cookie.
Okay.
Those fucking sugar cookies that have the little Santa Claus or candy canes on the top.
Yeah.
And then, like, around now they have like Easter bunnies on them, and they'll do
Yeah.
like, yo,
They're good.
they're fucking
They're good.
good.
They're real
Like,
good.
that's like one of those things where you think like, oh, I probably only like that as a kid, and as an adult, I'll find out they taste like trash. Nope,
Yeah.
nope.
No, they're
Flavor's
really good.
it's still kicking.
So is that your preferred cookie? What's your preferred cookie?
Probably. I mean, I don't. Weirdly enough, like, I know that I am not a man who can describe himself as in shape, but like, I don't drink soda. I don't really
Yeah.
eat like sweets that much.
I'm
So-
not a super into sweets guy either, but like I do indulge in the soda thing, but I'm more of a salt guy. Like
Yeah. Oh,
like my addiction to fries, chips, and
yeah. It's because I want the salt.
burgers and chicken. And,
My preferred
like
I've said
fried
this-
foods.
I've said this before. My preferred French fry is a shoestring French fry because it's the least amount of potato getting in the way of the salt.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, no, I just literally like give me a salt lick and I'd be completely content. So yeah, with the cookies, I can't say no to a double stuffed Oreo.
Okay.
Like, you present a double stuffed Oreo to me, I'm always going to say
Yeah.
yes. as far as like cookies cooked in an oven or whatever, yeah, those little sugar guys go a long way. Like my dad's a big chocolate chip cookie guy.
That's me.
But like for me, it's if I'm gonna have a chocolate chip cookie, it's got to be like fresh out the oven, warm, falling apart. Like if you're gonna give me a day old chocolate chip cookie,
See, I'm for it.
yeah, I'm like, no, it needs. I don't know. I'm weird with like when it comes to like texture stuff.
Yeah.
I want stuff to be chewy and soft. Like I'm prepared for retirement.
Yeah.
But like, like I don't need to work for it. Like that's even like I don't know. There's certain like meals, like food that I really, really like, but it might have like even like a cheesesteak. Say if I was eating a cheesesteak, I don't like going to places that that have too much roll. Like if I'm chewing, if my first bite of the cheesesteak is that I literally just bit a roll with no meat or cheese on it, and I'm like sitting there chewing and chewing and chewing to get to the next bite, like I'm fine if I go to like if I'm going to Olive Garden, like yeah, I'm gonna tear up some breadsticks. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. I don't like when I have to put so much work into getting to the food that I actually want to have.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, like it's just like I don't know. I don't like chewing that much. If so again, it goes back to the pasta.
You're like a child.
It is. It is. Go back.
It's
like
too much work.
I got a ton of shit last time I was in San Diego Comic-Con for insisting that we go to Spaghetti Factory. And then when we got there, we ordered fettuccine Alfredo, and they're like, "All you wanted was Spaghetti Factory, and then you didn't order spaghetti."
Dude, I love it. So pasta for Christmas dinner from here on out. Dude, I think
that would be a special treat. The fettuccine Alfredo would be part of the special treat on that one.
Yeah, there you go. I wish we could adopt the tradition in, what is it, China?
Maybe.
It might be China. They have KFC.
Oh.
Yeah, for Christmas dinner. They like the KFCs like take like bookings, like you have to pre-order your chicken, your Christmas dinner.
Oh my.
From the KFCs.
I haven't had KFC in a hot minute. There isn't one very close to me anywhere.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how I felt about the chicken from KFC.
Yeah.
But I remember that they had the best goddamn popcorn chicken I've ever had in my entire
their
life.
popcorn chicken is fire. I'm not 100% sure that KFC fried chicken is actually fried chicken.
No, it's
like,
very. It's
very,
like what is a nugget when you?
It's very greasy and the skin is like falling off. Like it tastes so good, but it's one of those meals that like when you're done eating, you regret instantly eating.
Yeah, that's kind of me with Arby's sometimes. I enjoy my time having Arby's, but my time after Arby's is never really anything to write home about.
Which is so weird because if you think about it, like you would think that sliced meat sandwiches would feel better than hoofing down a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Yeah, but while I'm getting that beef and cheddar, that thing is like when you get a beef and cheddar from Arby's, the sliced meat is maybe 20% of the sandwich.
It's true.
And like 50% of that sandwich is just cheese and sauce.
So good. But Christmas foods.
So your dessert, you're just I'm a apple pie, you're a pumpkin pie, you're a little bit of rock and roll, I'm a little bit of country.
A little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. Beverages. Christmas beverages, not water. Do you partake in hot chocolate, coffee, eggnog, cider?
So none of those things.
None of them.
But what I will say is in the last, I would say it was the Christmas before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I started my love affair with a hot tea.
Okay.
A good old hot tea. Because I had the wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
And for a while, you're kind of on a liquid diet for at least a day or two. So my mom made me a cup of tea. And I used to be like a tea drinking fiend.
Yeah.
But she started getting this sweet creamer. I was always a milk in my tea guy. Mm-hmm. She got this sweet creamer. Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Between my mom and I, when we were living together over that pandemic, there was never a point where there wasn't 3 full gallons of the sweet creamer in the fridge, so that we always knew that there was a backup somewhere in case we finished one of them.
Yeah.
It is so good. But then right around Thanksgiving, I went and spent a couple days in Pittsburgh recording episodes of One Hit Thunder, and Chris didn't have sweet cream, which was a travesty, obviously.
Yeah. Damn it, Chris.
But what he did have was this peppermint tea.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I really started to dabble in the herbal tea.
Fire.
So I think that's like, and that does carry all year round. Like that's not like just at Christmas time.
Yeah.
But at Christmas time, you better believe that like I'm exclusively making peppermint tea.
Yeah, the tea thing was kind of a game changer for me. Specifically, like there's like specific throat coat tea that I would drink.
Dude,
with
I'm
a little bit of honey.
Oh God, honey in a
Yep.
tea. Ooh.
And
I'm ready
honestly,
to
it was
start
helping.
dabbling more flavors.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that I've tried 2 different types of flavored tea and I've liked both of them, like I'm gonna become a nut.
I will say,
tea
like
aisle.
the throat coat tea is a little iffy. There's a slight black licorice taste to it,
Gotcha.
and I hate black licorice, but I knew like I need to take care of this.
Yeah, you were doing
So
what
I
you needed to do.
So I got used to it, and I started to enjoy it. But I did as soon as I got those bad boys removed, my tonsils, I went right back to coffee.
All right. So how about you with the beverages? Do you dabble in the ciders or the eggnogs or anything?
So I'm the kind of person that as soon as eggnog hits the shelf, I will buy it and it'll sit in my fridge and spoil.
I don't think I've ever actually drank eggnog because everything about it seems gross.
So eggnog tastes like liquefied melted vanilla ice cream with a weird like aftertaste to it.
Yeah, not selling
But
me on it.
yeah. So what I would do, however, is I would do some eggnog for you people out there that drink a little bit of bourbon, and then some spice right on top.
See, and I feel like that's the way most people drink it because I actually was under the impression that it was some type of alcoholic drink.
It's both. You can do it with alcohol, without alcohol.
Gotcha.
Of course, when I was a kid, I would have it without alcohol.
It just never like even like when I've seen other people drink it, it's never been like, oh, I want some.
No,
of that.
now it is very much. I need to find the smallest thing of eggnog because I'm going to have this one night this entire season.
Yeah.
And that's
And
it.
even then, you're not going to like it very much.
Exactly. I'm going to
You're doing it out of obligation.
Exactly. I feel like I need to do this. Another thing that's delicious, and I need to start doing it myself. They do it in Busch Gardens in Christmastown. It becomes.
Okay.
It's a peppermint hot chocolate, but they use peppermint schnapps,
Okay.
and it is fantastic. Other beverage wise, I mean, there are certain hot chocolates that are fantastic. There's hot chocolates that taste like dirty water.
Yeah.
And there's hot chocolates that taste like, wow, you seriously sat here and melted a chocolate bar.
Yeah, and I just don't like. I wish I liked chocolate more because, like there are certain things where there's stuff that I don't do and I don't miss it. Like I don't feel bad. Like I don't drink.
Yeah.
I'm never in a situation where people are drinking where I'm like, oh, I wish I drank.
Yeah.
But man, when I watch a bunch of people with like nice warm cups of hot chocolate, and they're like in their mittens, like let's talk about that for just one quick second.
Okay, yeah.
Is there a better feeling on this planet than a freezing cold day with a hot drink in your hand?
No.
Like that is like perfection. So watching people like when you're looking at Christmas tree lights or something and they're standing there and they've got their mittens and they're holding their hot cup of chocolate and I'm just like, God, I wish I liked chocolate because everything about this moment
It's fantastic.
seems so magical and
you
perfect.
don't even need to there doesn't even need to be Christmas lights. Dude, yesterday it was freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing. Talking back about that old climate change thing where like we're in the middle of spring and it's like 20 degrees.
It was snowing in Ohio.
Yeah, it started snowing here for a brief moment. I got a white chocolate mocha from Starbucks and it was amazing. I was like, "Oh, I feel like it's Crimbus time." But there's nothing better. It cheers me up in the morning. Like when I'm on my way to work, I'll make a cup of coffee and I'll be leaving the house and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to work." But I'm like, "Oh, I've got this like little cup of joy."
It's so good.
In my hands.
It's
warm
and it's
cup
the
of
two
joy.
hand hold.
Yep.
Do we have any other Christmas related food treats, beverages, whatever? I'm tapped out.
I think I'm tapped out for now.
I'm
I
sure
think if
we can revisit
I
this time.
guarantee we can definitely
Look,
revisit this time. There's
we're
plenty
two-
of snacks that we have not
We're
touched
two
on.
pleasantly plump fellas looking at each other.
We are.
There will always be more room for food
There
talk.
will always be more room for food talk. There will always be more room for Christmas food talk. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, please send us, as we've said in episodes of the past, rate, review. Let us know topics or specials or whatever that you want us to talk about. My goal, like I said, is I want us to get to 365 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like if we get to 365, which based on Horror Movie Night numbers, that'll be about 8 years of us doing this.
Yeah.
That's about a point where I'm like, you know what? We've got our legacy here. There's enough episodes that for a full year, someone could listen to one episode a day and get that Christmas joy. So
Yeah.
you got us for at least 8 more years.
Exactly.
Give
And
us some
then-
topics.
And then keeping it topical, because right around where we're recording this, then we'll move on to Easter 365.
Yeah, and then we'll Thanksgiving 365.
We're avoiding the Halloween one because that one would just
It's called Horror Movie Night.
Exactly. It would be too easy. There's multiple horror podcasts out there, Matt being already on one.
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. It's all about Christmas, and with that, I say Merry Christmas, Dylan.
Merry Christmas, Matt.
Oh, whoa, now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Happy holly, have a great holly, have a merry happy holiday.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.